All right, so we just finished week two, and which is three. If you count the week zero is 0, 1, 2. So we're in week two, and then three is like you count. I count one on week zero, but whatever. Week two. So there's a couple things that happened this week. Not a lot. I got a couple of tips to get this week out of your chest. To start with saying that we pitch facing movements this week. So it was a by the numbers method of instructions. So left face, right face, about face. A lot of people passed, not that hard. A couple people failed, but they got to retest. But it was an easier one than the first three, top three. Little confident builder because the next one we're pitching next week is step by step method of instruction. So and it doesn't combine the by the number, but it really combines the first one and now it's called PICA, which you learn what it's at later on. I'm not gonna get in depth, but it's building up to the big ones, the stack and take and the sling arm and all that. So it's a good the binary number is a good one to actually get your command voice ready, get your pitching style ready. Now you know how to study. It's only one. You're only studying one. Your next one, you're not studying the entire set. So it's pretty cool seeing a lot of people like, especially when I saw, especially myself, because I had a really struggle with hand salute. And then seeing myself being confident and going in front of the classroom and pitch my second module and seeing like I knew what I missed. I knew everything on the module. So it's like it's good. And also it keeps building from there. So I'm confident for my next one, which I have 15-inch step to the right, which is right step. So that's gonna be my next one. But we also took the leadership test, which don't take any test here for granted. Don't also focus on the MYs and the pitching and the modules too much neither. Like you have to time manage to where you are studying equally for a test just like you are for the modules. With that being said, pay attention to class, don't fall asleep during the class and you should be fine. But my study habits so far for tests and modules. So modules, which I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna hit a couple points that I have on my paper. Modules, I start studying in the classroom. This week was the first week that because I wasn't scared in talking in front of people. I was confident about my abilities of pitching, and even if I fuck up, I'm fine with it. So those break they give you in the classroom or when the instructors leave and they come back like 15, 20 minutes later because he's doing something and he's like, hey, this is your time to study. Or we don't have formation for another hour and a half. We'll finish everything, go study for tomorrow's test or whatever. That's when I start studying my module because then I get to my room, I'm tired. My brain is fried from all the crap all the crap that I've been putting in there, all the academies, all the tests and everything, all the study guides. So if I found out that me pitching in the classroom in front of the other 20 people, which they don't really care that you're pitching, helps me retain more information. So I just learned this module that I'm pitching next Tuesday in 2.5 days. So I'm still got a little bit left from the bottom half, but that's the best way to study. And then what I would do is for the test the night before, I'll get together with like 5 other people that we call it a study group because we are like always studying together, and we go over notes, not just the slideshow they put up in the slide, just notes, notes of the instructor like, hey, you may see this, he's saying like you may see this later. We just wrote it down, and maybe I missed that because I went to the restroom and then came back and the instructor gave notes. I wasn't there, so we compare notes, we study, then we go through the slides that you're gonna have access to. And then we just study, pick up our brains a little bit for like an hour or two, and then we call it a day. We call it a night. And then now you have a baseline of what's coming in the test, and you should be fine. So far, no failure on my test. I've only had a hard time with 350-6, which that was on my last video. But that's just create a good study habits. Let's see. So we also took a risk management test. Easy, just pay attention to the class. Friday last night was the confident course, which is a graduation requirement. We didn't do it because it was rainy and there was a thunderstorm, so it's safety. But this week, that's part of it. So when you are hitting week 2, that make sure you're ready for a confidence course, especially if you're afraid of heights. Find out a lot of people here are afraid of heights, and prepare your mind for it. Prepare your mind to do that. So just FY. We have room inspection on Monday, just like every Monday. I don't think we're having a inspection this Monday because we have a lot of classes and a lot of things to do that for the week. So, but just be prepared. Just every Monday you're gonna do the inspection. We also did a AER run to standard, not just not just showing us where the route was. Like when you actually do the AGR practical work in the morning, we actually did it. We executed it as part of the PT plan. And so my tip to that is the fact that when you come to this course, make sure if you're getting a group, you're ready to be running in that group. So, for example, a group, you should be able to run from a 6 to a 6:30. I know that standards are like 6:40 to a 7:15, but you need to be able to like run faster so that whenever we're running at 6:40 or 7, if even hit that 7, because I was in A group and I was the pace, we never went slower than 7 minutes. You can sustain it. You can be able to sustain for 2, 3, 4 miles that same pace. The good thing about the AER is that you run for time. All right, so you're not running for length, you're running for time. So they're like, this is the first one, so you're doing 15 minutes max. So at 7:30, you're turning around wherever you're at, all right, on the route. We as a group, because we're running faster, I think from here to that one point, the turnaround is like maybe a mile, if that, because we're running fast. So I don't know, it's like maybe a mile, 0.2, maybe 1.2. So it's like a 2 mile route. But you're sustaining that pace. Like you have to be moving. So with that said, Bravo group should be running around 6:30, sustaining a 6 minutes and 30 seconds mile. And C group, there's no D group here. C group 8 to 8:20. So if you're not there, get there before you come here. Let's talk about what we learned so far from this week. We learned to balance what physically challenging means and what academically challenging means. This is really physically like maybe 40%, maybe 30% is physically, and then the 70% is basically the rest, right? The whole academics. This is really academically challenged. If you're not doing good study habits, getting with other people, like from the beginning of the class, start making friends. And it's not even friends, but start making study groups so you can be cohesive. You can study at night. You can depend on the other person. You're gonna need that. You're not individualism is not going to help here. I guarantee you. You cannot study by yourself. You're gonna learn that on your first R2 class. It helped for me. It helps everybody. Everybody just literally finished studying with another person, which helped me remind me of my module. But you need to study. Just study with other people. Don't be by yourself. If you are a, socially awkward person or like super interpersonal person, just try to change a little bit for this next 63 days and help help your peers, and the peers will help you. That's basically the point of that. The mindset versus reality. That was something we learned this week. So every last day of the week, so either Saturday or Friday, we had today off because we kind of like did everything that was Saturday on the week. So we were lucky like that. So basically, mindset versus reality. Listen to the drill sergeants. Listen to what mindset they're putting you in, because you think that it's gonna be harder than what it is really. Because they're stressing really hard, like modules, we're gonna grade it to standards, blah blah blah. And then it comes the day, they create the stress so that when the day comes and you're pitching, you were stressed so much that when you pitch it, you're ready and you're like blah 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 blah. But if they don't stress that and they don't instill it in you, you're gonna be like, whatever, man. They're substandards. I'm gonna pass the scores. If you have that mentality, you're not gonna pass the scores. You're gonna get recycled 100%. 100% guarantee it. You have to be ready to put your time into this. Embrace it. If you were DA selected, which a lot of people were here, embrace it, bro. You're here. Um, if you were a volunteer, you're gonna love it because then it's something that you wanted to do, like I did. I volunteered for this, so like this is important for me. That's why I'm making this video because it's important for me, to show other people. To before they come here, they can have like a big understanding of what's going on in the school and the academy. There's a lot of misconception out there, like they are blah, blah, blah. We can go and do a laundry list with them, but basically, come here ready to have a academically challenged school, 100%. Um, and one of the last points I want to talk about before I talk about one of the pro tips for this week. Don't emphasize, and I said a little bit earlier, everything, every exam, every evaluation, every test, even the leadership position when you're a platoon sergeant and AI assistant instructor, which is the guy correcting other people while you're doing the facing movements, emphasize the importance of that evaluation just as much as the modules. A lot of people focus just on the modules. They give like 90% effort to the modules and like 10% effort to the rest, and they failed. Then they ask themselves like, well, I study, but no, you did not study. The efforts you have to give on each individual task they give you should be the same one that you give to the modules. That is the biggest thing I can tell you this week. Emphasize on the module, but also emphasize on PRT. Also emphasize on the test. Emphasize that leadership position when you're out there in front of your peers and you're marching at E7, E6 is promotable, E5, brand new E5 promotables. Just emphasize the importance of that and give a shit. If you give a shit, you're gonna pass. But if you don't give a fuck, you're not gonna pass. And the last thing is, either Apple or Android, download the PRT app, and it should be sponsored by TradeOc. It should say on the bottom, TradeOc. Download that app. You're gonna need it. Study those exercises: conditioning 1, CD1, climbing drill 1, CD2, preparation drills, recovery drills, MMD1, just everything, right? Familiarize yourself with everything. But the biggest thing that I found out on the app is that when you are AI, so next week, Saturday, I'm going to be talking about the PRT exam that we're taking next week. When you are AI, just make sure that you're correcting people, right? And you're explaining the exercise, you're explaining the starting position, how you end the positions, how you go in position attention. That is on the app. What to say is on the app. And also on the book, the Drill Sergeant Manual, which if you can download it and go through the PRT, each exercise is described. That portion is really long on the book. But if you download the app, it's literally short, quick sentences that you can say when you're AI. So you know. I will talk about the standards and all that next week, so you guys are prepared. But this week I just want to focus on a little bit of things that happened this week in the sense of what have changed so far in the mentality of people and what we learn as a group. All these tips that I got right here came from my friend that was helping me today. So you have any questions? Like I saw a couple of people commenting on the 72-hour video. I saw one guy commenting on the week 1 or week 0, I think it was. Just write them down, put them in, here. If you come into the academy and you want to say hi to me or whatever, I'm in the first floor. You can ask for Gonzo. I'm here. I'm not gonna put my number out there, but my room number. But if you want it, just message me on YouTube and we'll talk. And then I'll give you my information. But I've been helping. I got 2 of my friends on the back-to-back class. I got one on the class trailing us, and then the class I got here Wednesday, the 3rd class. I have another friend, so we kind of helping each other out. So I'm telling them what's coming, just the same way I'm putting the video. I'm telling them, and then my other friends are helping other friends. So that's why I'm here. So if you have any questions, just comment below and we'll talk.